You can guess Mukesh Ambani's income by the fact that by the time you watch this video, Mukesh Ambani must have earned 1 crore 92 lakh rupees. Yes, in just 10 minutes, he earned almost 2 crore rupees. Nowadays, there is a lot of talk about Mukesh Ambani's son's wedding, in which different celebrities from all over the world participated. Top performers, cricketers, and movie stars from all over the world participated in the wedding. Mukesh Ambani earned 4 crore rupees. We all know that these stars have not come for free, but with a lot of money. If we talk about Justin Bieber alone, he has taken 80 crore Indian rupees or $9,524,768 for a few minutes of performance. Now here everyone has the same question in their mind that Mukesh Ambani is the richest man in Asia. But how did he earn so much money? 370 billion rupees. What is the real source of their income that makes them the richest man in Asia? And most importantly, when one brother is bathing in gold water, why is the other brother's Diwali out there? Let's see some glimpses of Mukesh Ambani's success story. Viewers, if you live in India, you can't spend a day without giving any profit to Mukesh Ambani. Whether it's the telecom sector, petroleum, cricket, or the retail sector, Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Industries are spread all over the world. And you keep coming into contact with some or the other business of Mukesh Ambani in your day-to-day life. But all this started not by Mukesh Ambani himself, but by his father Dhirubhai Ambani. In 1950, Dhirubhai Ambani left Gujarat for Yemen for a good job. He worked as a clerk for 8 years in import-export or a trade company, and decided to try to understand this trade well. 8 years later, in 1958, he came back to India, and this time, he had a business idea. He started a trading business called Reliance Commercial Corporation. In the beginning, this RCC company was involved in only spices trading. He used to import spices from India and then export them to the Middle East and Africa. Because of being inclined towards import-exporting for 8 years, Dhirubhai had a lot of experience in this business, and so he was able to see success through Dhirubhai's business. But Dhirubhai wanted to do more, and thought that import-exporting was going on, so why the manufacturing business? In 1966, he launched a new company called Reliance Textiles. At that time, the Indian government was very strict on cotton. Because of this, there was a crisis in the entire Indian textile industry. Meanwhile, Dhirubhai Ambani started using synthetic textiles instead of cotton. That is, clothes were made through the chemical process, which not only saved him from the government's policies, but clothes were also becoming more famous in the market due to their cheap price. Gradually, the Reliance industry grew. Big investors and the general public also started investing in it. Reliance Industry was so successful that in 1987, Reliance had the title sponsor of the Cricket World Cup. Now the challenge here was that to run the textile industry, Dhirubhai Ambani had to buy petrochemicals from other industries. That's why he decided to start his own petrochemical business. In this way, he also stepped into the Reliance petroleum industry. In 1986, when Dhirubhai Ambani fell ill, his 2 sons Anil and Mukesh Ambani started helping him in the business. And as long as Dhirubhai Ambani was alive, both sons worked together under him. But in 2002, when Dhirubhai died, a new dispute arose. Before his death, Dhirubhai Ambani did not say anything about the division of his property. So now, after his death, who will take control of Reliance Industries? In this regard, a meeting of the Board of Governors of Reliance was called, and it was decided that more control would be given to Mukesh Ambani. And from here, there was a rift between the 2 brothers. The 2 brothers started fighting each other and ended the conversation with each other. But his mother did not approve of this, and they decided to divide the business and do their own work. Similarly, in 2005, Reliance Industries was divided into 2 brothers. Reliance Oil, Gas, Petrochemical, and Manufacturing came under Mukesh Ambani, and Reliance Energy, Telecom, and Reliance Capital came under Anil Ambani. This problem was solved, but there were still disagreements between the 2 brothers, and many times these issues even reached the court. Mukesh Ambani started working hard to expand his business. The Jamnagar petroleum refinery that came in his share. He increased its production, installed state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities in it, and made it the largest petroleum refinery in the world. Not only that, but he also added another refinery to the industry and increased the profit of Reliance Petroleum. After that, Mukesh Ambani also stepped into the retail industry. As a result, a revolution broke out in India, and in the name of Smart Bazaar, discounted stores and supermarts were opened all over India, where consumers could get all items at discounted rates at the same place. In 2008, when cricket's biggest league, the Indian Premier League, started, Mukesh Ambani also jumped into it. He bought the most expensive team of the IPL, the Mumbai Indians, and this team remained the most valuable team of the IPL for many years to come. Even when matches were played in empty stadiums during the COVID-19 pandemic, the Mumbai Indians generated record profits. In 2016, Mukesh Ambani stepped into the telecom industry, and this step was so heavy that it was going to crush other competitors in the telecom industry. In the name of Jio, he launched a mobile network in which calls, data, and messages were made free for the public. People left other networks and started buying Jio SIMs because everything was free here. In the Jio's users have reached 450 million, and when Jio launched the 5G network, the number of users increased. This network is now working with the world's largest companies on 6G technology. Jio's success was so great that other telecom companies filed a case against Jio. They said that Jio is giving everything free to its consumers, which is ending competition in the market. You can guess how much Jio hit other telecom companies. Jio later ended free services and started providing calls and data at very low charges. This caused other companies to have to reduce their rates. And today, this is why internet bundles in India are available at the cheapest rates in the world. In 2024, Mukesh Ambani also announced the creation of India's largest media company. The American entertainment giant has signed a $5 billion contract with Disney. And in the same way, Mukesh Ambani has an impact on every sector in India. Today, Mukesh Ambani's net worth is more than $122 billion, which is equal to 34 160 Arab Pakistanis and 10 370 Arab Indian rupees. According to this, he is the 11th richest person in the world. If American billionaires are removed from this list, then Mukesh Ambani will be known as the second richest man in the world. Now, it is obvious that when the railway of money is so much, then the expenses are also according to this. The house of Mukesh Ambani in Mumbai, which is called Antilia, is very famous. This is a 27-story building which is 37,000 square meters. Inside it, there are temples, saloons, spa, theaters, gyms, and helipads, etc. Along with all this, it is also a showroom of the world's most luxurious cars. Recently, you remember the wedding of Anant Ambani. According to an estimate, Mukesh Ambani has spent Rs 5,000 crores on his son Anant Ambani's wedding. It is said that Mukesh Ambani has spent Rs 5,000 crores on his son Anant Ambani's wedding. And that's just one way of looking at it. 5,000 crores or 10,000 crores. The fact is that the one who has a worth of 370 billion rupees, taking out 50 or 100 billion from it is like cutting 2-4 trees from the forest. The real figure may never be known to anyone. On the one hand, Mukesh Ambani has no shortage of money, but on the other hand, his younger brother Anil Ambani has half of his father's property, but today is his Diwali. Experts believe that Anil Ambani adopted a fast-growing strategy in which he wanted to move fast together in different sectors. Because of this strategy, their expenses increased, but the more the expense, the less the profit. The second reason was that Anil Ambani's group was competing with well-known players in the industry. For example, Reliance Communications was unable to compete with Airtel, Vodafone, and Jio in the market, and finally went bankrupt. The third reason was that Anil Ambani's liking to invest and his timing was always proven wrong. And most importantly, Anil Ambani's group did not diversify itself. That is, most of the revenue of this group was associated with the high-risk sector, infrastructure and telecommunications. When businesses are spread out in different sectors, they have the support of a particular sector in case of a crisis. Along with all these issues, Anil Ambani was also caught up in various legal issues. Reliance Communications had to return some money from Ericsson, and this matter reached the Mumbai court. The court ordered Anil Ambani to clear all Ericsson dues within a month. For more information, visit www.aclu.org. And if this was not done, Anil Ambani was to be arrested a month later. But at the last minute, his elder brother Mukesh Ambani entered the court and paid the money and got Anil Ambani bailed out. By doing this, Anil Ambani's total net worth is zero today. And he himself submitted this statement to the UK court when, during a case, the court ordered him to return $719 million to 3 banks in China.